Section 3.6, Proportional and Non-Proportional Relationships. Essential question. How do you write an equation in function notation to represent a graph? So there's a few different vocab that we're going to need in this lesson. We've already done slope, but remember that slope is m, or the rise over run on a line. So rise means we're going up and down. So how many did we go up or down, and how many did we run, which is going left or right. Slope-intercept form in function notation is this formula right here. So let me move these down really quick. So the formula that we really care about in this lesson is this right here. F of x equals mx plus b. M being the slope, so right here, m is our slope. B is the y-intercept, which is where the graph crosses the y-axis. So where does the line cross the y-axis? So we're going to practice writing equations for lines in this lesson. Alright, so here's the first line. Write an equation for this line in function notation. If you're taking notes on this lesson, I'm going to write the two ordered pairs that you should graph in your notes, and then that'll help you count the slope. If you have graph paper to use for this lesson, definitely use it, because it'll make counting the slope easier. Okay, so on every slide, I'm going to write our slope-intercept equation. So remember that m is rise over run. B is our y-intercept. Okay, so I always like to start at the coordinate point that's furthest to the left. So that would be this one right here. You can start at either one as long as you're rising and then running, but I always choose the one furthest to the left. Alright, so I'm going to count how many I rise. So I'm rising 1, 2, 3, running 1. So my slope, my m, is 3 over 1, which is 3. So I'm going to replace m in my equation with a 3. Then, so now I'm going to erase the slope so we can look at this line again a little bit better. Oh, and I erased my dots too. Alright, now I'm going to look at where does this blue line cross the y-axis. Remember, the vertical line is your y-axis. Think of a yo-yo goes up and down, the y-axis goes up and down. So our blue line intersects the y-axis right here. Right here, the black line and this blue line intersect. That number is -2. It crosses right at -2. So I'm going to erase B and write a -2. You can have 3x minus 2, or you can have 3x plus a -2. But this is your answer right here. That is your equation. And that's what we needed to do on that problem. So f of x equals 3x plus a -2. Alright, second one. The ordered pairs for this graph are 0, -1, and -4, 0. So again, our equation is f of x equals mx plus b, where m is our rise over run, and b is our y-intercept. So again, I'm going to start at my point furthest to the left, which would be right here, and I'm going to count my rise and then my run. So rise, this time I'm going down 1, so that's actually going to be -1. And then I'm running 1, 2, 3, So my slope is negative 1/4. So I'm going to erase m in my equation and put negative 1/4. Then I'm going to look at where does my blue line intersect the y-axis. So here's the y-axis. Here's my blue line. They intersect right there at negative 1. So my B is negative 1. So f of x equals negative 1/4 x plus a negative 1. All right, third one. So the ordered pairs on this are 0, negative 2, and 2, 1. Alright, so I'll start from my point furthest to the left, which is right here, and I'll count my rise, 1, 2, 3, and I'll count my run, 1, 2. So my slope this time is 3/2. And then my y-axis intersects my blue line right here, which is at the number negative 2. So that's my y-intercept. So the equation for this graph is f of x equals 3/2x plus a negative 2. All right. This time we have 0, 4, and 2, 1. Where m is our rise over run, and b is our y-intercept. Start to the point furthest to the left, which is right here. I'm going down 1, 2, 3. So down is a negative, and over 1, 2. So my slope is negative 3/2. And my y-intercept, my blue line intersects my y-axis right there at 4. So f of x equals negative 3/2x plus 4. Zero, 2, and 2, 3. Where m is rise over run, and b is my y-intercept. So I'm rising 1, running 2. And my line crosses the y-axis right here at positive 2. So my answer is f of x equals 1/2 x plus 2. So this one has one ordered pair at 0, 0. This one has one at 3, negative 1. My slope, I'm going down 1 over 3. So down 1, so negative 1 over 3. And my line crosses the y-axis right here at 0. So really you don't need to write the plus 0. If you did, it wouldn't be counted wrong, but you don't need it. So all you need is the f of x equals negative 1/3 x. Negative 1, 0, 4. So count my rise, 1, 2, 3, run 1. So 3 over 1 would just be 3. And my line crosses the y-axis right here at positive 4. So f of x equals 3x plus 4. Negative 3, negative 2, and 0, 3. So rise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Run, 1, 2, 3. So 5/3 is my slope. And my line crosses the y-axis right here at 3. So f of x equals 5/3 x plus 3. Summary.